Hi, this is Aaron at ThinkBotLabs.com and welcome back. In this tutorial series, I thought it'd be fun to create a FPS game based on a magician learning to use magic. We're going to be using the Adventure Creator Game Toolkit. Adventure Creator is a visual scripting system with intuitive editor controls created by Chris Burton at IceBox Studios. We're going to use Adventure Creator for its inventory managers, dialog system, and hotspot interaction. I'll put links in the description of this video to go check out all the assets and some of Chris's current videos on Adventure Creator. So let's go ahead and get started and create a new project. So I'm going to name my project The Magician. And it is going to be a 3D game. So go ahead and create project. Alright, so the first thing that we need to do, we need to go to the asset store and download Adventure Creator. So go ahead and search for Adventure Creator. And here it is, Adventure Creator. Go ahead and import it. Alright, and so on the import, we don't need the 2D demo or the demo parts of the package. Those are just to demonstrate how to use Adventure Creator. Okay, let's go ahead and import that. Alright, now that Adventure Creator has been imported, it's going to give us a little pop-up asking us to go ahead and set up the menu as an input and the nav mesh layer. Go ahead and say OK. Alright, so those have been created. Go ahead and clear that, and let's close the asset store. Now that Adventure Creator is installed, you'll see we have a new menu at the top, Adventure Creator. Go to Getting Started and New Game Wizard. And so this is going to be a little wizard to go ahead and set up the Adventure Creator asset. So we need to give it a name for our game. Mine is going to be The Magician. And our game is going to be of type 3D. And our controller, our player controller, we have a lot of different options, but we're going to use first person for ours. And so for the interface, this is asking us how we want to interact with things in our scene. Adventure Creator uses hotspots. Basically, it denotes areas within the scene that have either dialogues or places that you can interact with different things. We're going to use the bottom menu, choose hotspot, and then interaction. And I'll explain all this stuff as we go through this tutorial. So go ahead and click next. So for the GUI system, we're going to use the default Unity UI. And this finalizes the wizard. So our game is going to be The Magician. 3D. It's going to be a first-person game. So we're using our mouse and our keyboard for input. Interaction is hotspot, then interaction. Hotspot detection method is mouse over. And the GUI type is Unity UI. Now we can change all this stuff after we set it, so don't stress over it too much. Go ahead and click Finish. And after it finishes, go ahead and click Close, and you'll get another pop-up for the Adventure Creator Game Editor. Go ahead and grab it and dock it over here with the inspector. Let's put it right here. So with the Adventure Creator Game Editor, it comes with 8 different tabs. All these tabs are managed by asset files. And you can find these asset files in the folder, which has the name of your game, and then managers. So each one of these asset files manages all of the options and variables for each one of these tabs. I'm going to go ahead and clear these warnings, which is fine. We'll set up our menu manager and our cursor at a later time. Go ahead and clear that. On the left-hand side, you'll see that Adventure Creator creates us a whole bunch of empty game objects. When we start working through Adventure Creator and adding different triggers and hotspots and lights and everything else and other items, it'll go ahead and add it in these empty game objects. This is more for organization, and it really becomes helpful after your game starts getting rather large. If you remember my 2D game series, I organize my hierarchy in the same manner as creating empty game objects and then putting everything inside those game objects as needed. So right now, don't worry about all this. We're going to create a new scene. So now that we have Adventure Creator installed, we're going to go ahead and import the Haunted Town asset model. So go to Windows, Asset Store, and search for the Haunted Town. I use the same Haunted Town in my bowling tutorial. I really like it. It comes with a ton of assets, 143 prefabs, pre-assembled buildings. It's a modular system, and it looks great. So let's go ahead and get that imported. We're going to go ahead and download all of the assets from the Haunted Town. And this will take a little bit, so I'll go ahead and fast forward through this for you guys. Alright, now that the Haunted Town has been imported, get an API update required, and this is just for some of the scripts that came with the Haunted Town. You can update it, it's not going to hurt anything. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to the Haunted Town, and inside of it, go to the scenes, and we're going to open up Demo 1. We don't need to worry about saving this. Let's close the Asset Store. Go to our scene. And let's have a look at it. So it really is a nice scene. Tons of props. Lighting looks great. There's a lot of different back alley paths. So this is going to be really good for us to set up our magician in, and a lot of room to start working some magic. So let's go ahead and save this scene into our magicians folder. Let's go to the magician and go ahead and create a new folder called scenes. And let's save this scene into it. And 1. That'll be fine. Alright, so now that we have this scene in here, we need to go ahead and convert it to an Adventure Creator scene. So in the Adventure Creator tab, which I still have open, under the Scene tab, you'll see Basic Structure, and we need to organize the room objects. And I'm going to organize it with folders. So select it. Since the first-person controller and camera already came with the Haunted Town scene, Adventure Creator is asking us if it wants to convert that camera into an Adventure Creator camera. For now, we're going to go ahead and untag it because we're going to delete that first-person controller and create our own. So untag it. And now that we've organized the room objects with the empty game objects that come with Adventure Creator Game Editor, you can see that most of it's already been put in the proper empty game object folders. So for the geometry, everything went ahead and went into its place. I'm going to go ahead and grab the collider and put into the geometry. The main light, put into the lights. And let's see, particle cloth, I'm going to put into the geometry. Particle cloth is these little waving banners. Lights, cameras, and that should be about it. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. This video is basically just to show you how to get Adventure Creator pulled down and set up, and go ahead and grab the Haunted Town asset and incorporate those together. In the next video, we'll work on setting up our first-person character and the controller for him. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Till then.